Our mug moment today has Jesus answering a question from yesterday's mug moment about where to have the Passover feast. We're in Matthew 26, 18 and 19. As you go into the city, he told them, you're going to see a certain man. Tell him that the teacher says, my time has come, and I will eat the Passover meal with my disciples at your house. So the disciples did as Jesus told them and prepared the Passover meal there. Jesus was so ready for this. Way back when God gave the Israelites the Passover feast many years ago during the time of Moses, I have a feeling that he knew this day would be coming. Jesus was prepared. He knew where and when that he and the disciples would be celebrating. So he gave the instructions to them and off they went to get things ready. Jesus knew that this Passover feast was going to be even more important than the many other times that he had shared it in the past. He knew that the next day he was going to be going to the cross and giving his life on the cross. And he knew that he was about to change the meaning of the Passover feast for his followers for years to come. He would simply take two parts of the Passover feast, the bread and the wine, and he would give them new and special meaning. We now take communion so that we can remember, so that we can reflect, and so that we can worship our God as we consider the cross and the price for our sin that was paid there. I want to encourage you today, as I expect most of you watching this have shared at a communion table a few times during your faith journey. So if that's the case, I want you to reflect back. Hopefully there have been a couple of those times that you've shared communion that were extra special to you. Maybe it's because of the music that was being played in worship. Maybe it was something that the pastor said right before you shared communion. Maybe it was something going on in your life. Maybe a sin that you were struggling with at the time. Maybe you had just recently given your life to Jesus. Maybe it's because who you were taking communion with. I invite you to remember and reflect on one or two of those special moments and reflect once again how and why it was so special. Remember once more why we take communion. And then spend some time with God. Jesus was so ready to share that meal, and it wasn't just because of what it would mean to those who he was eating with. He was also looking forward to those special moments that he would have with you. Thank Jesus for those special moments and what communion means to us today. See you tomorrow.